Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I am building a creeper farm. But before I can do that, I have to uh, make a slime farm. Uh, in my design, or in my creeper farm design, uh, I use sticky pistons and slime blocks, so uh, yeah, I need to make a slime farm. But I'm kind of planning on putting the farm back here, so I thought it'd be cool to come through this little valley or divot. I don't know what you want to call this, but there's some open space here, and I thought it'd be cool to put it back here. Um, the farm itself will be kind of in the sky, or in the sky, really. Not kind of, but it will be in the sky. So it won't be super efficient, but I have kind of an aesthetic that I want to go for with this farm, and that kind of requires it to be in the sky. And really, the purpose for this farm early on is to just get enough gunpowder to build rockets and, maybe small portions of TNT when I need it. So before I get to the slime farm, some things have changed since the last episode. I've taken all the farms and storage and the villagers, and I have moved them below. You may have heard the villagers flipping through their books below. If I go down here, it opens up. I also have a pathway through here, so I'll probably, pretty this up, I guess. But yeah, this goes back behind the portal, and then you come down here, and it opens up to all my farms. I have my villagers. Storage is back here, and then I have some stuff back here as well. Melon and pumpkins are back here, and then I also have sheep. The sheep here are for, I have my white sheep. I'll be using them in the outer shell of my creeper farm. So, and then light gray, they will probably be used for coloring the terrain that I plan on putting around the farm. And then these guys will be green at some point, but I don't have cactus. Haven't really gone searching for a desert in a while, but I've been hoping for a wandering trader, but I haven't found one with a cactus trade. Alright. So moving back to the slime farm, I have everything here ready. So I'll be using the mushroom method. Um, and I might talk about that later. But yeah. And then blocks and some other stuff for the farm. Check. Make sure everything. Chests, storage. I have redstone. Good there. And then, yeah. So, in the previous clip, or at the beginning of the video, I went mining for ancient debris, and I got 2 stacks. I think it's the most I've gotten from one session, and yeah, I got 32 now. I can't use it yet, as you can see. I don't have a netherite upgrade yet. I might do that this episode too. We'll see. But yep, I'm ready to go build this farm. I really want to get to the creeper farm, so. Alright, I'm back. So in the previous clip, I cleared out some area, and then in between then and now, I have uh, started a platform for the slime spawning. Uh, for this farm to work, it's important to know that this platform needs to be at level 68. So if you can see on the right, that middle coordinate is the Y level. That's the block or the height that this block or this layer is at. So that's required for this to work. But once I get this platform built, I then need to build the walls and a ceiling. So it needs to be dark in this room so that the slime will spawn. But slime have this unique ability to spawn at a light level of 1. They don't follow the same requirements that other mobs have. So, I don't know if I showed my chat. I probably did. So I have a shulker box full of mushrooms, brown mushrooms specifically. So brown mushrooms give off a light level of 1, which, you know, now allows the slime to spawn. So once this platform is done, I will then build the roof and then the walls, and then go through here and just lay down the brown mushrooms. So it'll be dark enough, just dark enough for the slime to spawn, but bright enough to prevent other mobs from spawning. Here in the center will be an iron golem. So the iron golem will attract the slime from all the corners and just from all around the platform. And then the slime will come over here and walk over the magma block and they'll die. Now the iron golem can also reach out and kill the slimes. So it's probably important that I also state that this obviously isn't my design. I am using a design that I believe Psycraft worked on or developed. Not sure if Ilmango specifically was the one. Hopefully I didn't ramble or jumble up a lot of my thoughts, but I guess it'll probably be a little easier to explain once it's built. Alright, so I've completed the build. I forgot to light that up, but let's go down here. So here's the inside, and as you can see, slime are spawning, and they're being attracted towards the iron golem. Now, as they get closer, they'll touch the magma block and die. But the iron golem will also attack them, kill them. But yeah, you can see all the mushrooms. So I don't know if I can see in here. No, I cannot. Yeah, no, it says light 0, but if I were actually inside here and looking at the mushrooms, I would see a light level of 1. Yeah, so only slime are spawning. All the other mobs are spawning up here. I also set up a despawn sphere so we can see where all the mobs are spawning, so they can only spawn on top of this, or on the roof of this guy. I guess they can't spawn there, but yeah, so the farm fits very well inside of this sphere. So everything outside the sphere can't, or nothing outside the sphere can spawn. That's why everyone is on top. Yeah, another thing I forgot to state was that the walls of this farm, they need to be 2.5 blocks. So this top layer is slabs. But yeah, so now that I have everything done here, all I need to do is make the collection contraption here. And then a storage system over here, and then all I need to do after that is just, I'll probably put a portal up there, tear this down, and then just wait there and get slime. So after that, I can then start working on my creeper farm, I believe. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Alright guys, I'm back and ready to build this creeper farm. I think I'm going to jump into a time lapse. We'll see how that goes. This will be my first time. I'll be using the replay mod, so I'm not too familiar with that, but hopefully I should be able to get a cool time lapse with this. Afterward, I'll go through the design and talk about how it works. I'll even jump into one of my creative worlds and, you know, show it working more effectively than this farm would ever behave. So yeah, I'm gonna get started and I'll see you guys in a second. So I've jumped into one of my creative worlds to kind of go through the design of the creeper farm. So let's go into free cam. And I'm just gonna jump down here. So as you can see, this farm is much bigger than the one I built. But yeah, so works pretty well. It is a little slow just because you have to wait for the creepers to, you know, die on the magma block. But yeah, so you can kind of see it as the creepers spawn. They get forced off with the slime block, and then they get knocked onto the magma block and just, you know, burned to death. Of course, this farm is pretty low, you know, very close to the bottom. So I won't see rates like this with my farm or my current farm. I may eventually, at some point, you know, if I were to do a perimeter, I might rebuild this farm, you know, maybe at this size, closer to bedrock. But right now, I just need enough gunpowder to, you know, for rockets and stuff. So this farm is really simple. It fits within a 3x3 space. That wasn't right. There, there. Oh, and string. Because I put the string on last, or before, because I put the string on before after the piston, this is out of sync now. But it's easy to fix. I can just, hit the note block and it resets. So basically, the idea is that when a creeper spawns inside the string, the observer detects that block update. And then another observer sees that, and then signals this, and that observer sees that. That activates the piston, pushing the trapdoor. And then it pulls it back. And it only does that when this has been emptied. So, yeah, if I were to jump in, I'd get knocked out. Yeah, so it's a pretty simple concept. It's a little expensive, but I found that, I was able to take this design and shrink it down to use maybe a couple observers. But I would find that, yeah, so I would find that if I were using only 2 observers, sometimes it would fall out of sync, and this would just stay extended even after the creeper spawned and got knocked off. It just wasn't great. So 3 observers was enough for that. You could add a 4th technically right here, but then you kind of lose that resettable functionality. So, and then this block here is required. You just have to use like any unmovable block, like a glazed terracotta or like a furnace or something, like a dispenser. I also found in testing that when this farm operates, and if that space was empty, when the slime block is pushed, there's enough time between it extending and returning for a mob like a skeleton or a zombie to spawn here. And then when it retracted, they would get trapped, and that would just affect the rates. So if you just put something there, it prevents them from spawning. It also prevents any potential like baby zombies from spawning. Farm's also tileable, but you do have to alternate by its height, and that's just so this slime block, or the slime blocks don't attach to the other platform. So here, nope, there. Right. So now if the creeper spawns here, it won't affect this side. And so, yeah, if you just want to stack them, you can build this farm basically as large as you want. I'm not sure if I've got despawn spheres over there, not over here though. But yeah, you could build this farm as large as you want, as long as it fits within that despawn sphere. It also, I guess this one doesn't do that. I designed it so that it fits pretty well within a chunk. But it looks like this one does not line up with the chunk. But basically, if you just do the math, it's pretty simple. If I come over here, and if I want 64 platforms, I'll have 64 platforms within a chunk if I were to build this within a chunk. And that just means the math is a lot easier to do. So per chunk, I would only need a stack of sticky pistons, a stack of slime blocks, and then you would multiply 64 times 3 for the observers. So it just makes gathering all the materials a little bit easier if you know how many resources you'll need per chunk. But yeah. Well, look at that. A working creeper farm. Yeah. Not the one I wanted to work, But yeah, over here, I built the farm. It didn't work as expected. Hold on, nothing's loading. Let me. So yeah, after I built the farm, I sat here and tested it for a little bit, and the whole time I only saw maybe 3 creepers. So, and I knew it wasn't going to be super efficient, but I figured it would at least produce enough to be useful. But yeah, nothing. It was just so bad that I decided to gut this building and then rebuild the farm way over here, out in the water at sea level. Because I know this will at least work. So I sat up there AFK for a good part of the day. So see how much I've produced. So it's not it's not a whole lot, but it's good enough. So I can start building up some rockets. And I spent after I built this, I decided to go out, try to find a desert again. Still haven't found one, but let's go back to the statistics. Distance by elytra, 715 kilometers. So, been flying quite a bit, but I just haven't found a desert. I've also been waiting for wandering traders to have a cactus trade. Haven't gotten one. But yeah, so after I gutted this, I decided, I'm gonna keep this building. I'm gonna make it my base. Though, still has the creeper face and stuff, so I'm just thinking this will be, or maintain, still be the creeper monument. So the reason I wanted to really go find the desert was to get cactus for cactus green, so I could start working on the terrain on this guy. I was hoping to do that before the end of this episode. I guess this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.